Good evening, City Council, Mayor Burcroft, Attorney Hitchcock, City Treasurer Stacy Page, Deputy Clerk in audience. Today's date is March 11th, 2019, and this is a City of Romulus City Council regular meeting. And Mr. Chair, roll call was taken at our early special meeting, and all members are present, and we have a quorum.
Thank you.
I am submitting an amended agenda for council to approve, and at this time, I would like to read off that amended agenda for approval. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. Number 3, petitioner. Number 4, chairperson's report. Number 5, mayor's report. 6A is clerk's report. 6B is treasurer's report. 7, public comment. 8, unfinished business. 9, new business. 10, communication. 11 is warrant 19-05, and number 12 is adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the amended council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the amended proposal council agenda as spoken.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo, to approve the amended agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 2 are the minutes. 2A for approval are the minutes from the regular council meeting held on Monday, March 4th, 2019.
So move for approval of the minutes from Monday, March 4th, 2019.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Abdo, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting, which was held Monday the 4th, March the 4th, 2019. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Abstain.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There were no special meetings held on March 4th. We do not have any petitioners on the agenda. Number 4 is the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Tonight, we had a study session at 6:30, and we was discussing some zoning ordinance amendments. At this time, the chair going to recognize Councilwoman Roscoe.
Good evening, everyone. Recently, we gave Dave and Judy Rackets at Dave's Barbershop a resolution and proclamation in recognition of their 50th year anniversary. And the other day, I seen Judy, and she has this letter she would like read as a thank you to everyone for that appreciation. And it says to Mayor Leroy Burcroft, Treasurer Stacy Page, Clerk Ellen Craig Bragg, and all the city council members. It says, we wish to express our heartfelt appreciation for the honor bestowed upon our business, a proclamation of recognition of our 50th year anniversary of doing business in the city of Romulus. Living in the city for over 52 years, this will always feel like home. We were raised here, attended all the school, and graduated from Romulus High School. We attended church, were married here, and children were baptized and confirmed, as well as attended St. Aloysius School. We will always be proud and hold a special place in our hearts to be here from Romulus. The warm support and true consideration the city offers is like no other. It has been our honor to be a part of this community. With utmost respect and thankfulness to all of you, warmest regards, Dave and Judy Rackets of Dave's Barbershop.
Thank you, Ms. Roscoe. Chair recognizes Ms. Williams.
Yes, I would like to ask the council to support in giving a resolution for James Leon Newman, young 17-year-old lost his life, and I'm asking for a memorial resolution.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Williams, supported by Ms. Webb for memorial resolution. Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Okay, I'd like to, first of all, I know last week that I mentioned about the high school basketball, boys basketball team. They had won the championship, league championship. And I talked to the coach of the girls basketball team, Miss Paris McCarthy, and she gave me this information about our girls basketball team. This season, they were 16-4 in the regular season. They won the league champs. They was ranked number 8th in the state in the Western Division. And that was in the Detroit News. So we'd just like to give a good shout out for our boys and girls basketball teams.
Yay.
With that, that's going to conclude the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, to accept the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Motion approved. Thank you.
Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, Treasurer, Clerk, Deputy Clerk, and audience. Tonight, no quote or anything. I do have a short video clip about some of the events going on, so if we could run that.
Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine Dancy. Our community events for the next 2 weeks include Monday, March 18th, the Senior Center is hosting their St. Patrick's Day luncheon at 11 a.m. Also on Monday, Representative Alex Garza is hosting coffee hours open to the community from 4 to 5:30 p.m. at Tim Hortons on Middlebelt Road. The Romulus Garden Club is meeting also Monday, March 18th at 6:30 p.m. at the library. Tuesday, March 19th is the book club at the Senior Center at 10:30 a.m. Tuesday, March 19th is also the Chamber Luncheon featuring Rob Demmer with registration beginning at 11:30 a.m. On Friday, March 22nd, the Chamber is holding their annual Comedy Night fundraiser at 6 p.m. at the Marriott Hotel. Tickets are $45 per person. Also on March 22nd, the Wayne County Community College Downriver campus is hosting the Starlifter concert for free at 7:30 p.m. featuring the United States Air Force Band of Mid-America. Saturday, March 23rd, the Romulus Flyers are holding their kickoff fundraiser at the Romulus Progressive Hall from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. Tickets are $25 in advance or $30 at the door. Events at the Romulus Public Library include Toddler Story Time on Wednesdays at 10:30 a.m. through March 27th. Tuesday, March 12th, Reading Month festivities continue with a Repco Wildlife program at 6 p.m. Saturday, March 16th is the Lego Club at 2 p.m. March 19th, the Reading Month program is a puppet show at 6 p.m. Thursday, March 21st, there is a special speaker series program featuring Bill Rapai speaking about Brood in Michigan at 6 p.m. and Anime Club will be March 25th at 5 p.m.
Hello everyone, I'm here on behalf of the Romulus Pumpkin Festival Committee. We are trying to build our volunteer base. If you'd like to give back to your community, it takes only a couple hours the weekend of the Romulus Pumpkin Festival. So if you'd like to volunteer, please give us a call at 734-955-4531. And also just a quick reminder, we do still have spaces available for our military tribute banners. That deadline is fast approaching on March 29th. So again, please reach out to me if you have any questions, 734-955-4531. Thank you.
Now here's Tanya Cofield with our good news of the week.
For our good news, we had a very special evening at the annual Mother-Son Dance. More than 100 ladies and little gents came out and danced the night away. Special shout out to the RAC and the Romulus House for their donations to the giveaways and door prizes, and to the Romulus Schools, Romulus Flowers, DJ Jose, and Jets Pizza for their partnership in putting this event on every year. We also thank all of the attendees who posted their photos on Facebook and helped showcase this event. It was a magical night, and we look forward to seeing everyone again next year.
Thanks, Tanya. Please remember to like and share us on Facebook and YouTube or visit our website for more info. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you. Now, Mr. Chairman, we do have some action items under my report. First up is item A, and it's a recommendation from Lynn Conway, Purchasing Director, Kathy Hood, Assistant DPW Director, and the request is to concur with the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached 2-year fixed price contract for dust control. That'll go from March 1st through 2021 on the city's local streets and parks. The only bidder was Suburban Calcium Chloride Sales, Inc. Those funds have been verified and budgeted and come out of the local street fund contractual service expense account.
So moved, Mr. Chairman. 24 for the 2-year services for the contract program for the streets and the parks.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, for the ITB 18/19-24 2-year contractual service contract dust control program for the city streets and parks. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe? Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, a motion approved.
Thank you, council. The next item is a request that also came from Lynn Conway, Purchasing Director, and Kathy Hood, Assistant DPW Director, and it's to concur with the administration, authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached 2-year fixed price contract for tree cutting and stump removal through March 11th, 2021, with G's Tree, Inc., the lowest responsive and responsible bidder, and pricing is reflected in the company's bid. Those funds have been verified and budgeted and will come out of local street routine maintenance contractual service account.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
I'll make that motion that we enter into a contract with G's Trees for the lowest and responsible bidder for the services rendered.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Tally. That's for the ITB 18/19-19-25 for the 2-year contractual service contract, tree cutting and stump removal. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. The next item is a recommendation from Roger Cadu, Media Director and Legal Counsel, and this is our typical service that we have with Comcast. It's a request to concur with the legal counsel and grant authorization for the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached Uniform Video Service Local Franchise Agreement Renewal for the city of Romulus with Comcast Cable.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion for the video service local franchise agreement renewal.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Tally. This is for video service local franchise agreement renewal. Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Next action item comes as a request from Tanya Cofield, Recreation Department Coordinator, and this is to concur with the administration and authorize a no-fee permit for the Romulus Historical Society for the use of Historical Park and Pavilion on August 17th of this year, and the Romulus High School Class of 1999 for the use of Elmer Johnson Park on June 2nd of this year.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Abdo. It's for the park rentals, or request for the no-fee permit. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Before the next item, this is an exciting item, and I wanted to share some information with you. We have a video. We have Rose Wadan, our Senior Center Director, and this is precedent setting. We had the Friends of the Senior Center that did multiple fundraising events, and we're blessed that we now have a salon that they've built with those nonprofit dollars that were raised. Tonight's action is to receive that gift, but I want to make it clear that this is an added benefit and value for the seniors. And we're not here to compete with business, but I don't know how many senior centers you go into in not just our area, but in Michigan, where you'll have a beautiful, welcoming atmosphere, multiple services, in this case, including a full salon. So Rose, will you please come up and we'll play the video, and then we'll get into our action item.
Good evening.
You want to narrate that a little bit and just kind of tell them what we're seeing? That was
This used to be
the before and
Speaking.
this used to be a room that we stored the liquid nutrition in. We had kilns. We used to do ceramic, and we stopped using it, and it was just a storage room. And we turned it into a beautiful salon that will be a good amenity for the seniors, and it's something to make them happy and something to make them feel good about themselves. We pick them up and bring them in. We've been doing haircut at the senior centers since I've been there, and that's almost 14 years. And they love it, and it's a good pampering day. And we just want to extend that to a lot of the homebound, that we can make their life a little bit happier. And a human touch is an amazing thing on people. So.
And as you can see, it's beautiful, the before and after, and, you know, we're very proud of it. A lot of hard work went into that, almost $40,000 raised.
There was a
with
lot of
vets.
hard work, and we thank you for your support, Mayor, because I know your hand was on your heart when you gave us that permission, and we were blessed and with a lot of good people, and amazing work was behind it. The 501c3 committee went above and beyond, and God helped them. They had to put up with me, and that's a chore all by itself. So.
Rose,
And- Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to say, you do a tremendous job at the senior citizen. And by presenting this to the seniors, another thing that they can do. I know you are well-liked and well-respected by the seniors. And with this project that you just instilled at the senior center, well-deserved, and congratulations on all your hard work.
Thank you. And I want to thank you, Mayor, for your support. And I want to thank the committee. And I want to thank my two beautiful backbone that they're over there.
It was a team effort, but you know, Rose, you led the charge on it, and she talked about hand on her heart. Rose has one of the biggest hearts there is, and she welcomes those seniors. Those are her seniors, as she says, right, Rose?
Yes.
And if they have needs, if it's with our senior center or beyond that, we're trying to help them and find resources for help, and they're truly appreciated and loved over there, and it's because of Rose's love for the seniors. And this is just one example. She had paint and pours, and Ray had cigar events, and they did other events and raised money, all in it for a fun,
A lot
good
of
cause.
work,
A lot of work. I want to thank our city workers who helped, that made it possible.
They made an amazing
Steve gave us
job, yes.
direction and guidance on it, so we did everything proper. And so what we're asking tonight is really a no-brainer, which is to receive that beautiful gift to our senior center from the nonprofit, the 501c3. But thank you for all your hard efforts, and we
Thank you,
appreciate all that you do.
Yeah, Mayor, just one thing. I think since our treasurer, she does a lot of things. She wanted to say something. I'll give you the opportunity.
Good evening. I just kind of want to echo what Barden and the mayor said, and I just want to say congratulations. I know you worked really hard at this. You have a great staff. They worked hard as well. A lot of fundraisers, and I know your husband was involved as well, and you guys did a terrific job, and you're providing a great service for our seniors, and they deserve it, and I know how much you love them, and you work so hard for them, so congratulations.
Thank you.
This is fantastic, and we're very
Thank you.
proud of you.
I'm getting chilled here. But
That's good.
thank you. And I want to say when I go to a meeting outside the city to another cities, they always say Romulus is a show off, and I want you to know that we are a show off, and we love our residents. We go above and beyond, no matter what.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose.
Real quick, can we acknowledge the team members that came up? Can you please stand, give you some acknowledgement as well? Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. So the action that's before you, like I said, is a fun one. So I'm requesting that council concur with the administration and council adopt a resolution to accept the Senior Center Salon from the Friends of the Romulus Senior Center as a gift to the city of Romulus.
Chair,
Yes, Ms. Roscoe.
I'll make that motion to concur with administration and council, adopt a resolution to accept a senior citizens salon from the Friends of the Romulus Senior Center as a gift to the city of Romulus.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Williams, and this is to concur with administration and council, adopt a resolution to accept the senior citizens salon from the Friends of the Romulus Senior Citizen as a gift to the city of Romulus. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Mr. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. The last action item that was an amended agenda item is before you, and that's, as you recall, we expanded the number of DDA authority board members that could be added. We actually had an additional one that we amended because it did not meet the criteria of the district. So I guess we're still looking for other members for that. But what I have before you is a request to concur with administration and approve the appointments of Kevin Higgins and Brian Bush to the Downtown Development Authority with terms to expire March 11th, 2023.
So moved, Mr. Chairman, for Kevin Hicks and Brian Bush to expire in 2023.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe, to concur with administration and approve the appointments of Kevin Higgins and Brian Bush to the Downtown Development Authority with term to expire on March 11th, 2023. Any discussion? Discussion, roll call vote. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, the motion approved.
Thank you, council. That concludes my report.
Thank you.
6A is the clerk's report. I have 3 items on the agenda under the clerk's report, but before I ask council to take action on those items, I have 2 requests to speak with regards to one of the agenda items, 6A3. So before we go through my report, I'd like to go ahead and call those individuals up.
Okay, 6A3,
Yes, they're gonna speak on 6A3.
okay.
The first gentleman is Tim Stoker, and I hope I pronounced his name correctly. He's from the Stronach Group.
Again, Timothy Stoker from Dickinson Wright on behalf of the Stronach Group, the owner of the property north of Wick, east of Vining, south of Smith, and west of the hotels. I think that explains it best. In any event, North Point, I made a presentation to you earlier, has a signed purchase agreement with the Stronach Group to develop that property with approximately $171 million development. And they are ready to go, but for the issue of amending the current regional center district to allow for the overlay area that's been proposed, with the exception that we are asking, in addition to the light manufacturing uses that have been authorized or recommended to you by the Planning Commission, to also include the warehouse use, subject to the conditions contained in the recommended ordinance. In other words, we're not asking for design specifications to change, the size of the buildings to change, the dock doors to change. We are willing to, more than willing to abide by those. We are asking for that additional use. And that will basically seal the deal. As I noted previously during the study session, we presented a memo to the council dated March 5th, 2019, which incorporated the recommendations from the Thomas P. Miller and Associates strategic planning study that was authorized by this city to present to the city with regard to the Vining Road overlay. And we outlined the recommendations made by that study to the city council. And what was stressed in that study was the fact that the primary uses for that area, and that were the critical uses for that area, included, in addition to the light manufacturing potential, also the potential for the warehouse use. And what they noted, and I'll just kind of go back to the very end of the conclusions made in their study. They said the largest threat to the Vining area in the city of Romulus is that of lost opportunities. to other nearby communities, including logistic opportunities. And I'm quoting from the study. This was the study that the city commissioned from its own strategic planning economist and planner, and that was reported to the city. So that's not my opinion, or it's not the opinion of the Stronach Group or North Point Development. That's the opinion made by the city's own consultant. The second thing that at the end of the report was noted, and this was on page 40, the current weakness noted in the Vining area was underutilized available land with restrictive zoning. I stated to the Planning Commission, I drove across the state to go to law school in 1976, and I believe the Vining Road interchange with all those properties was available as of 1976. I've been practicing law 39 years. We've tried to put other uses here. The property's still vacant. And the strategic plan presented to you identifies the weakness in the restrictive zoning as preventing redevelopment of the land. The same strategic planner and economist that the city hired also stated this, that the inherent strength of the region and the Vining Road area was interrelated to transportation and infrastructure, the airport, and the direct access to I-94 and I-275 and rail. In addition to that, he also noted, as North Point stated, that one of the top growing industries wage-wise within the area was the warehouse or TDL type uses. We appreciate the efforts that this council has gone through with its own staff, with the Planning Commission for the last year in evaluating this land and trying to put it to productive use. And what we like and what we're encouraged about is that the underlying regional center uses stay. But it also provides opportunity for those other types of uses that are ready to go today. And the North Point use is ready to go today. What we are asking is that the council amend the ordinance that was submitted to you to allow the warehouse use subject to the design elements and size elements contained within the draft ordinance, and allow the North Point project to go forward in the investment of $170 million into this community, which is real money, and it's ready to start now, and they have a user to take those units. And instead of going through the entire memo, if we have another study session, I can go into other reports that were given to the city as well. But I think the proof is in the pudding. They're ready to go. They're ready to build. They want to be here. They want to create jobs here, and they're ready to take land that has been empty and unproductive for decades and put it to work. And we would ask you to make that slight change to the ordinance to allow that to happen. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, we have another request to speak on agenda item 6A3, and this is Brent Miles.
Okay.
Good evening, Mayor, council members. Thank you again. As you heard me say in the work study session, and as you heard from the land use attorney for the seller, we are ready. Again, I implore you, if you wanted tonight, make that change. We would get started immediately. If you need more time and want us to present more data or information to you, we're happy to do that as well. I urge you not to vote tonight on what you have in front of you, because it will block a $170 million investment. I'm open to, as the work session laid out, we're open to a development agreement. You guys have probably been made promises that weren't kept. I'm here to make promises that will be kept, and I'd be more than willing to put that in a development agreement and even offer up a cash escrow to you if we did not perform, that the city would simply keep that cash. So I've done that before with councils who said we've been promised dreams and never had reality. I'm here to put my money where my mouth is. So it's a big decision for you all. We're happy to share with whatever we can with you about our user that we have and a potential second user that we're talking to now. But these are jobs today. These are construction jobs. These are union jobs. These are important to the fabric of your community, and I'd like you to take this decision very seriously. So thank you. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you.
6A1. The Property Disposition Committee respectfully requests City Council's concurrence on the following recommendation: to approve the sale of parcel 80,015,99,0007,000. This is vacant residential land located on Washington to Brandon and Lydia Dent in the amount of $2,500.
Mr. Chairman, I will move on the property dispositions recommendation for the property at the 6578 Washington Street.
Support.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Williams, for the property disposition recommendation to land located at Washington Street. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
And Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
2. The Property Disposition Committee respectfully requests City Council's concurrence on the following recommendation: to approve the sale of parcel 80,020,01,0068,300 vacant residential land located on Park Place to Joseph Jackson in the amount of $2,500.
Through the chair, if I may,
Yes, Ms. Webb.
I'd like to make that motion to concur with the Property Disposition Committee.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Williams, for the recommendation to sell the parcel to the vacant residence land located at Park Place. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
6A3, the city planner, Carol Mays, has forwarded a recommendation from the Planning Commission for council's approval of the following zoning ordinance amendments. Section 7.05, Binding Road, I think it's Siberia Overlay District. Section 6.20, Schedule of Uses, Central Business District, and Section 7.02, Schedule of Uses, Regional Center District.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
I'd like to amend this motion that we delay proposed zoning ordinance amendments for the Vining Road Sub-Area Overlay District, but accept the rezoning amendments for the Central Business District and the Regional Center District.
It's been motion,
Support with
Support.
discussion.
it's been motioned by Ms. Abdo. Was that supported by Ms. Webb? And this is to, what was that, table the Vining Road Overlay District and accept the
Question.
Central Business District and Regional Center District. Any discussion?
Yes.
Ms. Webb first. and then
This is
Mr. Wadsworth.
only until our next meeting.
And that was gonna be my same, that.
Oh,
that-
okay.
This is brought back at the next
Yes.
council meeting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if the maker of the motion feels that there should be a meeting in between, let's try to set the date tonight.
We don't.
It can be on a regular day during the week or something, or if you have more questions.
Yeah, I think we do need another study session
Okay,
with a little bit more transparency, maybe. Yes.
is that added?
Under discussion, after you take an action, then if someone wants to make that motion for the study session afterwards,
After we approve it.
you can do that, or decide on that date.
Okay. It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Webb.
Here.
Ms. Abdo?
Support.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
No.
Chair votes yes, motion approved. Now for the time.
Okay, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Ms. Abdo.
I'd like to make a motion that we schedule a study session to continue this discussion at before our next meeting, which is, which date, Ellen?
Well, the next council meeting is on March the 25th, but we do have a full schedule. I know that we have a study session, closed session meeting at 6, and then there's a study session at 7. So unless you wanted to come earlier to have that, and then there's the following meeting, which takes you into April. We do have a 6 o'clock study session meeting there.
Okay.
I mean, we
Look
could
over
have it.
Chairman.
This is a budget study session, so it may go in it's at 6 o'clock, so I don't know if you want to have it at 7
Whatever
or
works for you,
before.
Ellen.
Whatever works
I
for
wanted to
you
make
all.
sure that you schedule enough time, because
Yes.
if it does not,
We need enough
if it's not scheduled enough time, it will be cut off when we go into a regular meeting.
Yeah.
I would rather pick a different day that's the only thing that we meet on.
Okay.
We don't have to say,
Right.
let's hurry up, let's
Right.
get the answers out. Let's be fair to everybody involved, so at the next council meeting, we can come up with an answer. So we're gonna have to
shouldn't
pick a
be-
day that we do.
If I can,
Yes,
Mr. Chair,
yes.
Councilman Wadsworth, we do have Monday, April 1st, that's available. We have no special meetings scheduled on
We
that
have a
date.
meeting March the 24th coming up.
The 20,
The 25th, we're full.
25th, we're
We have two,
Why can't
we have a,
meet
just give us
before
more
the
time.
25th, on sometime during the week,
Well, not everybody's available.
when
Well, Monday's there.
majority's available, that's.
yeah,
Monday, April 1st is good.
April 1st is good.
if we can, then, if I may suggest that if council can just, make a motion to schedule a study session,
Yeah.
then what we can do in the clerk's office is coordinate with administration
Right.
and call everyone to
okay.
schedule
That
a
sounds good.
convenient date.
Okay.
That sounds good.
May I interject? If we're all not available, then we don't have it.
Absolutely.
Okay.
No, we will call, I mean,
know
we
some
will
of us are
work,
going
because
out
we
of
need to
town.
work with administration, the developers, and coordinate a date and time
Yeah.
that
People are
everyone is available and it's
available.
convenient for everyone. So,
So if not, we could fall back on that April 1st date then too.
sure, yes.
Okay.
So
All
my
right.
motion is to schedule a study session at your discretion, how's that, or
A future date.
future
Yes,
date?
to discuss, right, the zoning ordinance amendment for the Binding Road.
One more.
Overlay.
What's wrong with next Monday? It's a Monday that we don't meet here.
I'm out of town.
I'm out of town.
Some of us are going out of town.
Okay, all right.
Maybe on the beach somewhere.
Can only try.
You tried.
Okay.
We can do it tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
Because if we're gonna try to come at the night of the meeting, we're gonna have to make a decision. We're gonna go back in the same.
Yeah.
We haven't had enough time to talk
Right.
about it.
Well,
And that's why we should do it on a day that we don't have to make a decision.
I agree.
John.
Ms. Williams?
But if you get the information beforehand, the problem is getting the information at the meeting, trying to discuss it within an hour. So if we were given the information, a lot of the questions were asked to the business folks out there. So if they pass that information on to us and we use our time at home to study it, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, I want to speak to that. I agree. I do not like getting a packet of information and then being asked to vote on it at that study session. In the future, I wish the city or whoever is bringing it would not do that. I want time to talk to constituents. I want time to read. I did read it, but something of that importance needs to have more time.
And the reason why I say that is because any questions that we have once we get that additional information, we have plenty enough time to call whoever to ask for clarification if it's necessary, instead of going back and forth. And I think it's just only fair to the council, I can know to myself, to get all of this within an hour and make a big decision. So I agree with Councilwoman Webb and Councilwoman Abdo.
Mr. Chair, we will start working on this tomorrow.
Okay, great.
We'll coordinate with everyone
Right,
to start
okay.
working on that tomorrow.
Okay.
I knew you and I are both out of town.
We just need that motion to
We need
direct me
we need a
to
second.
schedule
We need a
that.
second.
Oh,
There was
through the
a
chair,
motion
I'd
by
like to.
Abdo.
I did motion.
Oh, you did motion it. I support that motion.
You support it?
Thank you.
Motion by Abdo, supported by Ms. Webb for future study session. Mr. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Mr. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. That concludes the clerk's report.
Thank you.
B is the treasurer's report.
Good evening, council, mayor, clerk, deputy clerk, and audience. I do not have anything to report this evening. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer.
Number 7 is public comment, and this is a portion of the agenda for those of you that are in the audience and that would like to address city council. The rules to address city council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. If you would like to address city council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name and address. And please note, you have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time would be upon the consent of the chairperson. And also, when you come up to the podium to speak, we're asking that you speak directly into the microphone. We may be able to hear you in this room, but those that are watching, that are viewing on cable, they're unable to hear sometimes. So we ask that please speak directly into the microphone. Mr. Chair and Council, we do have one written request, and this is from Ebony Miller. Ebony, if you can come. And Ebony has submitted some pictures.
Right. It's
If
being
you all
passed
want to
around.
pass it around and view what she's handed out, she's asked that you all to please look that over.
Hello. Hi, my name is Ebony Miller. I reside at 3404 Beverly Road. I'm here before this council tonight with concerns of a hazardous living condition of black mold in my housing unit. I moved into Romulus housing in October 2016. In November of 2017, I made the office aware of the black mold that's in my daughter's room, bedroom, and nothing was done to correct the black mold. February 2018, the maintenance man came and sprayed the wall with mold shock several times. I made calls to the office with complaints about the black mold returning. No results from my complaints in 2018. It is a health hazard for anyone to be forced to live with black mold. The danger that black mold can and has caused many people is real. After I went to the office today complaining about the black mold that continues to grow, the office sent the maintenance man to take down part of the wall and then sprayed it again. I live in Romulus housing, which is for low-income housing family, but myself and no one else should not be forced to live in these conditions. Also, I bring you to attention there are many other services that are not being done, services not in timely manner throughout our housing units. I stand before you, the council, to ask for your help in my black mold problem and with other unresolved living issues. I believe that all residents live in Romulus housing deserve better treatment, especially when it comes to these type of repairs. My family and I will appreciate your assistance. Thank you.
Any other comments from the audience? No more comments from the audience? That part is closed out.
Okay.
No, you should have let her stay.
Next on the agenda is unfinished business.
Oh. She should have came back up there because she,
I'm sorry.
For what?
Did we?
so we, the issue, what's going on?
No, she asked for, appreciate for help, so.
Yeah, we'll pass that on to the Housing Commission and have them check in. I know Steve represents the city at the Housing Commission meetings, but they do have a maintenance and administration that we'll refer that to and make sure they get it handled.
Okay, but, and I just want to say this. You're talking about black mold, you're talking about kids, you're talking about a family living in those conditions. We don't sit up here mute. I appreciate the mayor saying that he'll pass it on to Steve. I want to make sure that issue is addressed, because I'm looking at them pictures. I don't want that in my house. I definitely won't want that in my house. And to have a resident to come up here and then have her go sit down and we gonna move on next. No, that's totally unacceptable. We should have addressed it.
Yeah, we'll definitely address it right away. I sat through a lot of most of the Housing Commission meetings, and I don't believe this lady has appeared before the Housing Commission to bring it to the Commission's attention, so it needs to be addressed. There's no question about that.
Excuse me, Mr. Attorney. You wrote a letter to me, telling me on the behalf of one of the residents, and I'm thinking it was her sister, if I'm not mistaken, that I couldn't come and in support of issues that they was having with Romulus housing. So please don't sit up here and act like you're not aware of issues that those residents in low-income units is having. Cause it's many, and the mayor needs, I said it to Julie before, the mayor needs to be made aware of this, and it needs to get addressed. Because HUD shouldn't have to come in and deal with issues that the city should be able to deal with. The commissioners, someone should have said something to the mayor that this was going on, because mayor, this is not the first time. It's been going on, as she said, since 2016. And I know if it had came to your attention, like it should have, you would have did something. So I just want this resident to know that you, as the mayor, is not ignoring her. This wasn't brought to your attention.
I'm not ignoring anybody. I first heard of it, and as I said, I'll refer it and make sure that we get some answers from the commission. I don't sit on the housing commission. I appoint people to it. Steve sits on it, Bob McCrate and other commissioners, so I'll make sure that they're aware of it and we get some answer back to you. How about that?
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm sorry if I can, Mr. Chair, through the
Yes,
chair, Mayor, would you like these pictures, or, okay, all right.
Nasty.
I did not even receive those pictures, so I'd love to have them for,
We'll just make sure that you get these right after.
thank you.
And through the chair, if I
Yes,
may,
Ms. Webb.
would you let us know the, the date or the time when you're going to take care of her problem or look into her problem? Because that's terrible if you have children living in a condition like that, and it is the Housing Commission. If you would let us know when you're going to look into this matter. Today is Monday. I don't know when you all meet for your meetings.
I think they had one last week, didn't they? But we'll always respond back. Anything that comes, we try to send emails or correspondence back to
Yeah,
you,
because
so.
I'm really concerned about the babies.
Not a problem, thank you.
Is there any more unfinished business?
Okay.
No.
Well, ma'am, you can't make a comment after. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, I tell you what, you come on up. We'll make an exception for you. This is pretty important.
All I'm saying is, when she got up here and addressed her concerns and told you all, then give her some kind of feedback, saying that, okay, we're gonna address that and blah, 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 and whatever, and then on to the next, or whatever. But let her know that you have, you're gonna consider it, and you hear her, and that's all. That's what we're asking for. Let us know that you heard it, and it's a concern to you all.
Sure, no
Not
problem.
just, and didn't even say that you acknowledged it or anything, if it meant anything to anybody. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, if I get those photos, which I didn't even get tonight, as I said, we'll have Steve run them over, talk to the Housing Commission, and get a response back. They have a meeting, next Friday? So we'll try to make sure that it's addressed and get an answer back. But we take all the matters seriously, and it'd be great to get those photos, which I did not, I was made aware of this tonight, so, thank you.
And I just want to say, and if the expressions didn't meet the criteria, but when we come up here and we hear residents' concern, and I just want to put that out there, the administration does address those concerns, and they do respond back by either the next meeting. They do give us a communication of the concerns that pop up during public comment. We always get a follow-up email and memo, so just as a heads up.
John?
Yes, Mr.
If I
Bosworth.
could, to the young lady that was up here, those pictures are within the past week? I see they tore the wall apart. Has it been repaired? And now you just have a hole there? That's not right. All right.
And another thing, it is a serious situation, and I think that everyone up here, even though I hope it wasn't an impression that of saying, oh, so what, because that is important and it should be looked into seriously. That's a major problem.
Yes.
That's a health problem. And I know for a fact that the administration and the council is very concerned about these things, and they do get back with us. They do on a regular basis, because I have emails, and may have one tonight, I don't know.
Right.
But they jumped on it, so we apologize if it seemed like it was ignored. Okay.
Had a long night.
Number 9 is new business. Number 10 is communication.
Yes.
Yes, Ms. Talley.
Yep. I just want to do a quick shout out. I had the opportunity, along with our city treasurer, Stacy Page, for some good times with the St. John Lodge Brothers yesterday. We had a great time, a lot of fellowship, and some much needed laughter. We had a great time. I just want to shout out for their annual bowling event that they do each year. They had a great turnout, and again, like I said, great fellowship, a lot of laughter. Laughter is so good for the soul, and just want to give them a quick shout out for their event, and thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Wadsworth?
Just a quick, as Ms. Talley always says, shout out. I got a shout out to my wife, because 2 weeks ago I had my knee replaced, and for the past 2 weeks, she's done a pretty good job of taking care of me. And I want to thank you, Gene.
All right.
If there's no more communication, number 11 for approval is warrant 19-05.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion that we pay warrant 19-05 in the following amounts. General Fund, $80,357.69. Major Street Fund, $18,951.11. Local Street Fund, $4,673.22. Cable TV, $91.40. Street Lighting Fund, $38,267.14. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $87,899.82. CDBG, $1.25. Indigent Defense Fund, $580.50. 9/11 Service Fund, $9,316.19. NARC Forfeiture State, $1,696.75. Library Fund, $8,127.87. DDA, $1,052.33. Tifa District 2, $2,376.50. Beverly Road Special Assessment District, $6,120. Court Building Construction Fund, $588,167. Vining Road Extension E-Course Construction, $71,361.14. Water and Sewer Fund, $355,256.26. Motor Vehicle, $9,737.85. Technology Services, $11,408.43. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $922.35. Revolving Fund, $33,103.30. Current Tax, $103,407.16. Payroll Fund, $8,084.99. All funds totaling $1,410,960.25.
Support.
Okay, it's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to pay warrant number 19-05 for $1,410,960.25. In discussion. Williams.
Yes, through the chair, I would just like to ask the mayor, up under the court building construction fund, the fees, the amount is $558,167. Where's that dollar amount coming from?
I can pull the detail for you if you'd like. It's probably from the warrant basket. It should be in the warrant basket
Well,
in the council chambers.
February the 25th, we approved to pay George W. Ouch for the court construction fund, $499,798. So where did the 558?
The detail's in the basket back there. We can pull it for you and provide it, which actually is there for every meeting.
Can I speak?
Yeah, sure.
Perfect.
I'm sorry, Treasurer.
I just want to say, we could probably get some more detail, like the mayor said in the basket, but I just want to let you know, with the draws that are done on the court project, finance does instruct me, they send me an email, and I go ahead and I do a transfer, as I've explained before, through the bond. And so when that money is due, I go ahead and request that draw from there, and then we go ahead and pay. But we can get more information from finance, but that's something that's ongoing until the project's done.
Okay. Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
No?
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes. Warrant number 19-05 will be paid.
Number 12 is adjournment.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes?
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank you.